burgers, steak, lamb chops, those are the kinds of things that were thought to be male.
It's hard to test and prove metaphorical associations like this. Rosen's paper was actually a compilation of 6 different studies. In one test, participants were asked to rate food as male or female on a scale of 0 to 10. In another, they free associated. The third measured implicit bias, which tested reaction times. The idea here is that you pair things faster when they feel true to you. The rest of the studies examined food preference, gendered words in other languages, and indirect associations. Nutritionist David Katz has an idea of how these associations first arose.
What we find attractive or unattractive, like or don't like, more often than not, has direct links to evolutionary biology.
The argument goes, men were hunters and women were foragers. Men needed more meat to build muscle and chase down animals. The preference for meat gave them an evolutionary advantage. To Rosen, the biological argument is pretty overstated.
I don't think it's biological.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
I think that's traditional. We didn't invent this. We're just carrying this heritage with us of tens of thousands of years of cultural evolution, mostly. Meat is generally the preferred food of humans. It's been a symbol of power, and men sort of own it in a way.
Take a seat and listen with your ears and your heart. Speaking of hearts, I hate to break yours, but there's no protein-laced cologne for you to buy here.
Hey, I got you guys protein shake.
Awesome. I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
Yeah, protein rocks. Are you guys talking about protein? I love protein. I love protein too.
We know you love protein. Protein rocks.
Awesome. Protein rocks.
Protein.
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 Protein. Protein.
Sup, bro? Gaines, bro. Sup, bro?
Hello, how are you?
What the fuck, bro?
Huh?
What the fuck, bro?
I was just trying to say hello. Just let me do the talking.
Get at me, bro! Gaines, bro! Paleo. Swole, bro? Beast mode, bro. Leg day, bro. New regiment, bro. Oh. Sick guns, bro. Super Bowl. Bro. Creatine, bro. Whey protein. Isolates.
So I turned the fight on, and I was sure that I was going to be reprimanded by the vegans because, let's be honest, bro. If you're vegan, some things that just go hand in hand. Pacifism. Let's be honest. I'm surrounded by pacifists.
Are there any combative vegans that just want to eat plants and just fight?
Nate Diaz. He's like one of two, bro. There's two. Point is, I turned on this fight and I was scared I was gonna get yelled at because all the vegans are dancing in their circle, praying, healing each other, and here I am watching a very violent sport and distracting from the true king of the night, which was you, Andre.
It's
and
true.
then they made it their own again, and claimed the territory because they started doing acro yoga.
One and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I ate a lot of meat. They showed us commercials.
Steak. That's what a man eats.
Selling that idea that real men eat meat.
Serious man food.
But you got to understand, that's marketing. That's not based on reality.
I've been teaching fighting techniques to government agencies for more than 15 years. Then I got injured. Unable to teach for at least 6 months. I spent more than 1,000 hours studying science on recovery and nutrition and stumbled across a study about the Roman gladiators.
The gladiators were predominantly vegetarian.
How could the original professional fighters be so powerful, eating only plants?
When I made the switch to a plant-based diet, I qualified for my 3rd Olympic team. I broke 2 American records. I was like, man, I should have done this a long while ago.
When I went plant-based, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive. And I actually became like a machine.
One of the biggest misconceptions in sports nutrition is that we have to have animal protein to perform at a high level. That's just not true.
sometimes you have to do things that you know your competitors aren't doing.
Today's blood and yesterday's blood.
Yeah. I think this is going to wake a lot of people up.
I was recovering better, not getting as sore. This was our best season in the last 15 years, and we had 14 guys on plant-based diets.
We all want to feel great, have more energy. Cholesterol was 276. Today, 169.
Whoa, now you're talking. Most guys my age can keep up with the grandchildren. My grandchildren can't keep up with me.
It's not one set of dietary guidelines for improving your performance as an athlete, another one for reversing heart disease, reversing diabetes. It's the same for all of them.
Someone asked me, how could you get as strong as an ox without eating any meat? And my answer was, have you ever seen an ox eating meat?
Kind of criticism of the film from a few people has been that some of the athletes in the film didn't actually build their muscle and their physiques from vegan food. Like one of the quotes from somebody was, Arnold Schwarzenegger would never be Mr. Olympia with potatoes, lentils and tofu. Do you give any credibility to these kind of criticisms?
You know, to me, it feels like it makes sense, but when you think about it, it really doesn't. So all protein originates in plants, and animals are just the middlemen. So where did that protein come originally? That's the macronutrient that people are worried about. Well, the animals that you're eating, they got their protein from the plants. So I just really don't see a good argument for it. You know, I used to think that you had to eat animal foods to get the protein. But when you start realizing this middleman concept and the fact that all that protein does originate, and you want to get it from the source, right? Because the animals are doing you a disservice. They're robbing the food of fiber and phytonutrients. They're concentrating the toxic heavy metals and the pesticides. And they're adding in inflammatory mediators, which are not good for athletic performance, and they're not good for health.
For athletes to compete at their best, their bodies, like race cars, must be properly maintained. Exercise, similar to auto racing, causes wear and tear, requiring continual rebuilding to maintain or improve the body. Fortunately, exercise triggers the construction of new protein structures so the body is able to rebuild. This process is most effective when an athlete eats dietary protein to get amino acids, which act like new essential parts. As soon as possible after exercise, a typical athlete should consume about 20 grams of rapidly digested, complete protein rich in the amino acid leucine. Whey and milk proteins meet all the criteria. Leucine is important because it's like a special part that directly helps to rebuild the car, while also signaling the crew to begin assembling all the parts. When athletes' bodies are regularly supplied with protein, both immediately after exercise and with proper diet throughout the day, their bodies can be maintained and ready for the next competition. Over time, with the right training and nutrition, they can be built to work even better than before.
An exploding movement of elite athletes are utilizing vegan diets to heal injuries, speed recovery times, and enhance their performance.
Before I was vegan, I was only bench pressing 315 like 5 times. Then, after going vegan, I was doing 400, 425, 465. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm vegan and I'm bench pressing 465 pounds. This is ridiculous. And as soon as I went vegan, tendonitis started disappearing. My strength in my right arm started coming back. High blood pressure was going down. You can't be strong and be dying on the inside. That's not strong. That's weak. That's really weak because you look big and strong on the outside. Yeah, big man. No, but your heart's crying for help on the inside. You're dying.
I'm a professional parkour athlete, a 2-time world freerunning champion, and more recently I got into Ninja Warrior where I'm captain of Team Europe as we won USA vs. the world. For something like Ninja Warrior and parkour specifically, you really need to have a good strength to body weight ratio. So I was carrying mass that I really didn't need. And when I went vegan, I lost 15, 20 pounds. I was more agile, I was more efficient, more stamina in my body. Just that extra bit of pop that I didn't have before, it just gave me that extra strength. So this is a very vibrant way to live. It can enhance you as an athlete. For me, 100% better athlete than I was before. So it unlocked a whole new chapter of my training. The science is there, the health is there, the athletes are there proving that you don't need to eat dead animals to be strong, to be healthy.
The research behind health benefits of following a vegan diet are substantial and high quality. If you're following the standard American diet and then switch over to a vegan diet, you're going to see improvement in chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, strokes, even an extension of life in some cases. And what's most interesting is when we add some animal products into the mix, those outcomes still hold true. That's why what I recommend to my patients is a plant-focused diet, meaning that they should get the majority of their calories from plants. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, healthy fats, and a moderate amount of poultry and fish with a minimal amount of red meat. In fact, that's the diet I follow and recommend to my own family. The field of nutrition research is ever changing, and as we get more information, more quality studies, we doctors and nutritionists alike are going to be able to give better recommendations when it comes to a vegan diet, a plant-focused diet. All of this is susceptible to change, but it's important that we make the best decisions with the knowledge that we have on hand. The one thing that I can say with 100% certainty is there's no such thing as a miracle diet for everybody.